Hagan's going to be in the grill of Winston all night long. Good ball screen there by Tillman. And Tillman is going to physically battle you. Nick Richards is taller, but he's got his hands full with Tillman doing a good job, and he forced a turnover. Khalil Whitney off balance, draws.
I got a player say to me, if you don't yell at me, it means you don't like me.
I guess you like me then.
I love you.
Gabe Brown comes into the game for Henry. Look at that pass from Winston to Watts. Mark is his given name, but he's quick. His dad had the nickname Rocket as well. Winston misses the three, long rebound. Quickly's got it. So we got a Rocket on one side and a Quickly on the other.
They are quick on the perimeter, Kentucky, I'll tell you that.
Hagan's keeping the dribble alive, pulls up for the jumper. How about the confidence for Hagan so far?
Tell you what, he makes that jump shot. Wow. Big Blue Nation loves that. Boy, you talk about passionate fans. Unbelievable.
And what a start for the Cats, up by 7 in the early going.
Hey, a little different than last year in the Champions Classic. Well, blown out by Duke.
For more offense for their teams this year.
And their teams need their offense as well on the perimeter.
Quickly kept the foot down.
Oh, what a great look.
Richards can't finish, and Tillman's got it.
Well, Richards got to go up stronger with the basketball in there. He made a great dish. Hagan's got him the ball at the right place.
Kithier to Brown in the corner, and Gabe Brown knocks down the three.
That's his expertise, shooting threes. He's a guy that wants to shoot the three ball. Had some good moments last year in the tournament.
6'7" wing, took 59 shots last year. 43 of them were beyond the arc.
Well, I got something right.
Hagan's trying to get away from Kithier. And it's
when he got 19 years to go.
Yeah.
100 years old.
So you're saying, I'm going to do a game with you when you're 100 years old.
And he can shoot the ball, even though he hasn't shot it well in practice in the exhibition games.
Tillman got the rebound, couldn't get the shot off, and they kick it back out.
Tom Izzo told me he tried to recruit him big time. He said he could be special.
Tillman takes a bump, and look at the length there for Kentucky with Montgomery and Richards. Just couldn't get a clean look.
And that size really bothered him.
And Ashton Hagan's on the bench. Looks like he's got something on that right wrist or forearm of his right now. And also on the right ankle. So tough to tell exactly what. Three-point attempt by one of the Michigan State freshmen, Malik Hall, 6'7", out of Aurora, Illinois.
Well, people remember this. They moved the line back now about 16 inches.
Right.
So the numbers will probably go down this year in terms of shooting the three. I think what it's going to do is put the ball in the hands of really legitimate shooters instead of just coming down, everybody firing threes. 16 inches is a big difference.
Yeah, for those who don't know, it's now the same as the feet. Twisted his ankle a couple of weeks ago in a close scrimmage that Michigan State had with Gonzaga. Didn't play in their second exhibition game, but getting some run here tonight.
He can make shots, too. He's one of the kids that can really make shots from the perimeter for Michigan State. But really, who else is a really, you could say, an automatic guy? Put the ball in his hands, he can shoot it. They got a kid on the bench they think could be that guy, Juzang.
Yeah, Johnny Juzang they think can shoot. Oh.
This is November, man. A lot of these kids just not familiar with each other, the timing.
Winston with a floater.
Just came to the sideline. They put the same thing right around his back, so it shouldn't be too big of an issue.
I'll tell you one thing, Holly, you are one of the hardest working people in the business, football and basketball.
Absolutely.
I want to be her agent. She deserves a hell of a lot more than she's making.
And she's so excited. Her two sports coming.
Well, Winston better score with Hagan's out of the lineup.
Brown, 1 for 2, make it 2 for 3.
Hagan's back on the floor now, yeah? But then Brown, he can shoot the ball. He's a guy that can make shots. And when you can make shots, it hides a lot of the liabilities one possesses.
Michigan State seems set at the point, obviously, with Winston. On the wing, you would think, with Henry. And in the middle, on the college hoops calendar, and they'll host Duke December the 3rd.
Well, that game is up in Michigan State?
Yes. Nick Richards, now a junior. And
player for them.
John Calipari tried.
Kentucky's had a lottery selection 12 straight years, and this year it doesn't look like there'll be one. But I remember you and I did some of the games. Nice backdoor cut. Good defensive play. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. He came off the bench.
Yep.
He came off the bench and became a lottery selection. So it's too early to determine that.
4 spot. Tillman is really the guy in the middle. And Tillman got a chance to play a lot when Nick Ward went out with an injury last year. Just kind of, took his game to another level, showed everybody what he had. Boy, good ball pressure by Kentucky. Tillman kept the foot down.
One thing, they're moving their feet defensively, the Kentucky kids.
Deep one for Cassius Winston, no, and running it down is Bingham.
They've done a great job negating the scoring ability of Winston.
Both teams really kind of disjointed offensively so far here tonight. There's an air ball from the military. Thank them for their service. Give them a chance to see some great basketball.
That's where you and Jay are heading out there.
We're heading to Anchorage tomorrow morning, my man. 41 years?
And 19 more to go. 60 years up courtside.
Foster Loyer is into the game now for Michigan State for the first time. Sophomore who is a big-time scorer in high school. And he's coming to his sophomore year bigger and stronger, up about 15 pounds, trying to adjust to the speed and the physicality of the college game. Oh, nice little move there. Tillman up top. Bingham, no basket. But his buddy got whistled for a foul. Sestina, he can shoot it from out there. You got to guard him beyond the arc.
And they're doing it. They're keeping him away from shooting the ball.
Richards, strong move, but off the back of the iron.
They got to get Richards and Montgomery to give him some point production down in that second area.
Bingham for three. And here comes Quickly with a full head of steam.
I think we look quickly. Maxey.
Deep one for Maxey. 3-4 feet behind the line.
They're not going to keep him on the sideline. Absolutely not. Just like they couldn't keep Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. He made them have to play him.
So Maxey, Quickly, Hagans, John Calipari, at some point, Dick, he'll experiment with all three of them, right?
Yeah, he told me before the game, I'm going to play a lot of three guards.
To 66 in game number one.
Tell you one thing, you talk to Big Ten, you better watch for Maryland, man. With Wiggins, Cowan, and Smith. I think Mark Turgeon's got himself a heck of a basketball team.
Quickly off to Maxey. Look at the speed going to baseline. Tried to reverse.
A couple of sophomores, Ashton Hagans and Emmanuel Quickly, you're very close with. We're just saying how much better they are. Tell me how you can be built for this stage at such a young age.
It's about what you go through. There's a lot of adversity, there's a lot of tough pressure coming in when you go to Kentucky. You know what Coach Cal brings. A lot of guys that's probably win and done or can they win a championship. But Ashton and Emmanuel, they just developed from their first year, just being more aggressive, more leadership, and all those type of things. So I try to talk to them, help them out as much as possible.
Okay, I know you're out right now for the Wizards, but there is some magic happening in Washington, D.C. The Washington Mystics, WNBA champs, the Nationals world champs. How cool is it right now to be in D.C.?
Man, it's the dopest thing ever, man. To see the Mystics, to be there for Game 5, to see them win, and to see the Nationals, a team that started, I think, 19, like 43 at first, and end off 83 or something. It was great to see those guys make a run. I think it's time for us to get a championship, so I'm not promising anything, but that's my ultimate goal, is to bring a championship there for the Wizards. But the city has been on fire, and you can't expect nothing that, and you can't knock the...
Two-man game, Winston and Tillman. But again, Kentucky recovering very quickly. Nothing easy for Michigan State.
They really are moving well as a team. Remember, good team defense is communication and guys helping one another. That was one heck of a drive right there.
It is Winston or nothing offensively right now for Michigan State. He's got 14 of their 26.
That's about 55% of the points.
Thomas Kithier back in there starting the second half. He picked up two very quick fouls. So did Aaron Henry. Both of them were non-factors in the first half for the Spartans. Quickly and Hagans again in the backcourt. Hagans, great burst of speed, too strong though.
And that layup there right now is like an automatic. He beats the guy with the first step, go to the lane, come up the empty.
Richards and Sestina starting in the front court for Kentucky in the second half. Montgomery started the game, not Richards. Boy, Winston's like he's got the ball on a string dip.
He really can handle. He's got great ball handling skills.
Tillman starting from beyond the three-point line, doesn't get a shot off.
Funny players.
Michigan State preseason number 1, Kentucky preseason at number 2.
We may have a situation where these 4 elite teams, 1 through 4, may not hit 70 for the night, either team.
Kind of crazy if you think about it.
Absolutely.
And a Kentucky turnover. Here comes Winston. Ahead to Henry. Nice job avoiding the defender and laying it in.
Well, I got to get Henry going. Henry's got great scoring ability. Tom feels he can be an NBA player. Got in foul trouble early, sat in the pine. They need him to...
As he would go out onto the court and take shots. This is a kid who has never given up despite how difficult things got. And he has a mission. He wants to get to the NBA and make things easier on his family. I mean, my heart's just so full of joy right now to see Andrew Jones achieving that after all he's been through.
That's great stuff, Holly. Thank you. And tough as nails describes Holly Rowe, too, right there.
Yep. Absolutely. What she went through is incredible.
Henry to Kithier with the answer to the other end to make it a 6-point game again.
Well, seeing a little offense the last 2 possessions. One by Kentucky down in the post, and then 2-man play up the other end.
Richards can't get the shot off. Now will turn around, and a long jump hook won't go. And Kithier much more involved in making his presence felt here early in the second half for the Spartans.
Getting used to it.
And how about the Spartans slapping the floor on defense here, getting feisty now, Dickie V.
Well, the crowd really rose, the Spartan fans. One in particular behind the bench, Mark Pentecost, who built their practice facilities. He and his wife, Cindy, very generous people.
Hagens, little stop and go, can't finish. Michigan State can inch closer.
Well, there's a little bounce to their step right now, Michigan State. You can feel it. You know, I think Henry and Tillman are so important to this team.
Really stolen away by Hagens. What a pest he is. Winston just keeps on going, and it'll stay. Guards, Hagens, Maxey, and quickly together. Boy, good job staying down on defense there by Maxey. Shot clock's at 3. Henry. Haven't heard from Rocket Watts in a while.
Sporting News talking about the different changes, and that one was highlighted.
That's a big one. 3-point line we talked about. 2 of the more notable ones this year. He serves you and I did a #1 versus #2 Memphis Tennessee game about.
Well,
then, right?
Bruce Pearl and John
Calipari. That's right.
That's right. And Mr. Pearl upset them when they were #1 in the country.
Probably the loudest college basketball game I've ever been at.
Home. Nate Oates' debut. He got beat at home by Penn, University of Penn in the Ivy League. That's Dickie V's Tibbets for the day.
You should sell that. Make a little cash on the side.
Yeah, right.
Sponsor that, baby.
Yeah, I should sponsor that. I like that idea.
Henry to Brown. 3 won't go. Weak side rebound, Kithier. Wide open. Cassius Winston, no. Follow Tillman, no.
3 opportunities again. It's the second time I had 3 opportunities. Look at that quickness.
Wow.
Coach on the radio. And I'm not just telling you because you're my buddy. You were terrific.
Thank you.
You were terrific.
Thank you. Chris Singleton and I had a great time. It was a cool story. And to come back on the road and win games 6 and 7.
Yeah, exactly. Especially when they started 19-31 this year.
Yep.
Incredible story.
Winston can't get it over the rim. Maxey misses the 3. And a good rebound by Henry.
Henry's, shows some of his ability here. Oh, look at this, wide open, wide open. Nobody back on defense, lack of communication. John Calipari not happy with that. Poor job by the defensive transition by Kentucky.
Good look here. Deep one for Maxey, and he'll knock it down. His second deep 3 of the game.
Tell you one thing, you see a little bit of swag about him. So much confidence. You can just feel it.
Oh, and Johnson. Those are 4 really good players.
Well, Hero's doing a great job with Miami.
Hagens to Nick Richards.
Nice transition basket run.
They're hoping that this is the year that he finally reaches all that potential that he's got.
He's only practiced the last few days. He's been out with an injury.
Yeah, rolled his ankle in their first exhibition game.
In fact, many didn't think they'd play her tonight.
Winston to Brown in the corner, and it goes. Another assist for Cassius Winston.
See, there is the IQ of Winston. He knew in his penetration he had a chance to go left or right. He went right because he knows Brown is a three-point specialist. That is just a good basketball IQ.
Sees the floor beautifully, keeps his dribble alive.
A lot of people say he can't play at the next level. I'm not convinced of that. Some guys have that winner's mentality. You just want them to be winners on your club.
Ball still live. Everybody stopped for a moment. Now here come the Spartans with numbers. Henry. Well, that would have been a big one for the Spartans.
Ball goes to his hands. You know what's happening. It's 3-ball time.
Yeah. Top, Richards can't finish, but remember that. With all the things you forget, you can remember that.
I use that in my motivational speeches.
Good help there by Richards. Open is Bingham. When in doubt, give it back to Winston. Nice.
Oh, nice look. There's
I go to class. I'm trying to live a disciplined, calm life, and that is paying off and showing up on the basketball court.
Hey, one thing, he also plays the saxophone, piano. He's a talented guy. The drums, the whole bit. Musician.
Henry no, and Sestina down with a rebound.
Sestina doing a good job on the interior, rebounding against this tenacious Michigan State team on the glass.
Gives them a lot of experience along with the freshman class and the sophomore group that they've got.
I really believe at the end of the year, you're going to make a case for Kentucky having the best perimeter game in basketball.
Khalil Whitney with a three-pointer, and all of a sudden the lead is back up to 10.
You know, guys like Whitney Brooks we haven't seen much of, they can play. Once they get their playing time, they got to make sure they perform, earn that PT.
Shot clock at 5. Hall with a little space. Nice kick. Brown again. No. And another miss and another rebound for Sestina.
He's really the only threat right now, shooting the three. Oh, wow.
Look at that stroke for the big guy. He can really knock it down.
Well, Wisconsin got beat today, too. St. Mary's, California. Played up in South Dakota.
Well, let's see what kind of response Michigan State could have out here. It's a 9-0 run for Kentucky.
Well, they need to run real quickly to get back in this game.
Kentucky's defense has been great tonight.
Yeah, it really has. That's their strength.
Wow, nice spin move there by Tillman.
Yeah, you know, Tillman, Henry, and Winston, and 3 legitimate big-time players. They would have 4 if they had Langford. See, Langford in a game like this becomes important because he can make the 3.
Whitney looking for Sestina, can't get it into him. And now Maxey.
Sestina's really earning playing time. He's going to be on the floor a lot this year for Kentucky.
Got to get a shot off. Quickly leans in, and it'll be a shot clock violation. Tillman calling for it. Got a Richards on him. Kick back out. Arns for 3.
He can do that. Arns coming off an injury. He has the ability to shoot the 3. And the 3-ball will get you back in the game. Now they're back in single digits.
And another guy who brings experience and toughness to the Michigan State team. 2 things that Tom Izzo really values. Drive by Hagans.
Another one empty on a drive.
Yep.
Beats the guy to the goal, and he came up empty.
And a great save by Winston. Henry. And he banks it home, and it's a 6-point game.
That's a big-time move right there. A big-time move. Great first step. Explodes to the goal.
Boy, a lightning-quick 7-0 run now by the Spartans.
These teams are 1 and 2 because they don't go away. You know, they're going to keep coming after you. There's a lot of talent on the floor. They're well coached. Look at both guys. Both guys coach like they're...
And another foul.
And I can't believe it's us 3 of us.
His coach is on his side.
And I'm saying him on his side right there, too, because really there was no foul.
Whitney elevates at the free throw line. Richards the offensive rebound.
Should have spun to the baseline and had himself a dunk. Drop step. Hey, UB Brown here, teach them how to make that drop step on a baseline. UB is a great clinician.
Hagans lost it. Richards finds it but can't finish. And Michigan State again on a run, 7-0 run. Kentucky has not scored in a while. Rocket Watts, we haven't heard from him in a while as he misses the three.
He's had a tough time shooting the three.
Maxey with a burst of speed. Tough baseline runner.
Tremendous baseline shot right there, Maxey. Man, he can play for me any day of the week. That guy is a winner. He's got great, superb quickness.
Henry, beautiful drive.